I think anything concerning fights has to be the same mindset. It's even though you don't hit on this one, you still have to bring the intensity. Like if it's a real fight, anything goes, and you do the same, especially against such a valuable opponent like Sakuraba. It's a unique opportunity that I'm having to be able to measure myself against him one more time, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to see that happen. I've been preparing very well for this fight, and I'm looking forward to push from beginning to end. I hope that he can keep up. I know he's a very wicked and very smart and very, very skilled opponent, and I'm looking forward to actually testing myself. I think this fight will be more against myself than against him. Definitely, I began it with a very small place in New York. It was a little basement. And now we already have 3 floors. I have 1,342 students. I was able to expand to 2 different locations, and the place is really growing. It took off. The next location now I have is 13,000 square feet in Brooklyn, and we have 300 students. And on top of that, we have 42 affiliate schools that we are running a program. We're supplying them with the gis, clothes, a whole clothes line, and it's really taking off. It's Jiu-Jitsu is growing everywhere, and with that, the good academies are growing too. And I was very lucky on that subject, on that area. There's a lot of new guys. We have like in any regular training MMA session or professional Jiu-Jitsu session, we have over 80 people training at the same time. It's like to tell you just one name. It's very difficult. I have a boy called David Branch who's unbelievable. He's been fighting for WSOF. We have so many good people. We have Chris Weidman as the champion. We have Frank Edgar. We have an amazing stable of world champion material, And for them to win the belt, all they need is to concentrate and put a little effort on it because they have the talent. I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to see all the generations of Jiu-Jitsu until now. I was able to see when my grandfather Carlos began, then the ones that follow his steps, like my father Carson, then Hollis, and I saw all the changings. I saw all the new finishes, all the new concepts, all the new ideas, and I saw Jiu-Jitsu from being a small school with 10 people training to sit down in an arena and teach 300, 400 people at the same time. And with that change, with that growth, and to be honest, I even think that it took too long to grow such an amazing sport. It's like in reality, we're not in the business of selling Jiu-Jitsu. We're not in the business of selling martial arts. We're in the business of selling confidence. It's like the moment that a person allows Jiu-Jitsu to touch their soul, they evolve spiritually. They become confident and they become a better person. So Jiu-Jitsu is definitely one of the best tools that can improve people's personality and people's character. And I was very fortunate to be able to see this whole evolution and how we start gathering people and bringing more people into it. And it has been an amazing ride, like I had a life that, I'm glad to have lived those years that I did. All those moves, berimbolo, 50-50, they all are a process of evolution. It's for sure from there it's gonna come up good things. It's like you can never close your ears or eyes to knowledge or your mind to knowledge. So in reality, I think those are a key in the process of evolution of Jiu-Jitsu. Let's wait a little. Sometimes it looks like it's a little bit of a stalling, but give a little time. People are gonna come up with things from there that will surprise a lot of people. It was a dream to put all the world champions on the grappling sports to fight under one event. And one time sitting down with Sheikh Thanoon right next to a pool, we were in a pool sitting down talking about this. He came up with this unbelievable idea to set up that, and the following year we were able to put it together and make it happen. It was the first Abu Dhabi competition, and it was 1998. And I was fortunate enough to be part of that and win the first prize at 76 kilos weight division. And with that, it came on a huge evolution on the grappling sport. From there was how the grappling took fuel in the tank to push forward. Jiu-Jitsu grew, wrestling grew. Everything concerning grappling sport took wins on his sails to move forward, and I think Abu Dhabi had a lot to do with that. There is unbelievable kids coming up. We have Gregor, Igor, Hollis, Roger. It's like we have so many young guys who can succeed and reach stardom on the sport. It's difficult to name just one, but like I have my younger brother Hobson. We have an array of fighters and guys, strong guys who are doing very well and moving the sport forward and pushing the sport forward. It's like people better get used to us. We are here to stay, and the sport's not getting rid of us. We are the dorsal spine of this amazing art. Yes, Evolve MMA was founded by a guy that used to train with us, Shatri, an unbelievable guy, an unbelievable man who loves the sport, does for his passion. He doesn't do for the money. It's one of those rare souls who helped the sport to grow a lot. And he had to move. He used to live in New York. He had to move back to Singapore. So then he went back, set up the same system that I had in New York, and he was the first school in Singapore. And amazing the job that he did. He was able to bring that concept to Singaporeans, and now it took off, and Evolve became one of the major places to train in the world. Like there's not one time that I don't go there that I don't feel like being there for 6 months to train. It's an unbelievable school. It's a must-go place if you are in Asia. Yeah, I had opportunity to train with him 2 days ago. We rolled for an hour and a half. And let me explain to you, he's able to keep the intensity. One of the best athletes I ever seen in my life. It's a unique individual, extremely smart. He's like a sponge. You show it to him, you show just once. And he probably will be doing better than you. And I was very fortunate because even though I was his teacher for many years, I learned from him a lot. I learned not only the art of Jiu-Jitsu, but I learned art of living. It's an amazing human being who has an amazing heart, who is constantly improving everyone around him. It's like you see a person next to him and he's finding a way to make them better, to make them see life in a better way. And I think Jiu-Jitsu has a lot to do with that. After he started training Jiu-Jitsu while he was in college, he saw in Jiu-Jitsu the same tool, an important tool to make people improve their life. And he embraced it, and he brought to the Emirates. And when he had to move back to do his obligations here with his country, he did that, and he brought Jiu-Jitsu to spread the art on this amazing country. And I remember 20 years ago being here, this was like a village, and now we look back, look what we see, and together with this, Jiu-Jitsu grew too. So Jiu-Jitsu now is part of the culture here. Definitely, I was actually going to a club, and when I get there, I saw the doorman insulting a couple. Actually, the problem wasn't with me. He insulted a couple that was sitting there, and in a very derogatory way, in a very ugly way. So I actually was insulted because it was the husband and a wife, and he insulted the guy's wife. And the fact that he had a bunch of securities with him, the husband couldn't do nothing. So I decided to make things straight, and I did it. We scared them, and didn't hurt nobody bad, but we scared them a little bit to show them that you need to be more polite, especially with people who cannot defend themselves. I do believe, I tell always the youth to be careful when you begin Jiu-Jitsu, because it's addictive. It's like eating chocolate. Once you begin, you may not be able to stop. It's one of the best. It's not just a martial art, but it's actually a lifestyle. It's a way of living, and if you begin, you can't stop. It becomes a part of your life, and it becomes a passion that you're going to carry with you forever.